Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. In today's video, I'm using my annual budget workbook to close out my second paycheck for the month of March. So if you want to open up your workbook and follow along with me, that would be great. What I'm going to do is just recap what we budgeted in my last video, I think it was last week Monday, and close it out and then set up my third budget by paycheck. So I hope you guys enjoy while I do that and help keep me accountable because I have to do this. So happy Monday. I'm recording this on Monday and I will hopefully be posting this today on Monday. My top priority first was Galatians 5:22-23, which talks about the fruit of the Spirit, the great reminder for me and my family. Hopefully it's something that encourages you. We planned for an income of $1,000. For the second paycheck, we used $860. So we came under budget. So the actual was $860, and I have to turn my book. So that means our expenses are $860 because we do a zero-based budget. The income and expenses have to equal each other because we're giving every single dollar an assignment. Even if some of this money stays behind in the checking account, it's still assigned somewhere. 10% is going to be given. So with the second check, what we ended up doing was giving $86 to our tithe, and that was the only giving we did for that week. And then I moved on to investing. I put $25 into my IRA and $25 went to my youngest child, which is my daughter, her savings account, because we are about to open her 529. We haven't done it yet, but we will. So that money is just being saved for now until we open up the brokerage and then we start investing for her college education. And then next was cash expenses. Okay, so I know I pulled out $100 in cash, but I can't remember exactly how I stuffed this money. I did post a video on Tasha's money and stuff, so if you want to see how I allocated the cash, I'll link the video so you can go ahead and do that. So pretty much everything was the same. I think we had a few extra dollars from something else, but $100 was allocated. So moving on to bills/expenses. This part here, a fourth of the rent has to go aside, be put aside each week. So we saved $375 to go towards April's rent. And then my cell phone bill was due this week and we paid that. It was $93. It did hit our credit card and we paid our credit card back for this charge. Life insurance was actually $32.50. So I transferred that over. Now for debt, the budget amount was $100. And because we were working with less income, we put $36 towards the debt in the second week. So altogether, between fourth of the rent $375, cell phone $93, life insurance $32.50, and debt we paid $536.50 towards all of our bills and expenses for the second week of the month. And then moving on to savings. So with savings, emergency fund was to get $25, but we didn't transfer anything over there because we just didn't have it this week. Household has to get $20 each week because we're always going to have household expenses. So I'm thankful that we had enough to still put $20 in there. Miscellaneous, for all of those oopsies that do happen from time to time, we put $20. And then for food, towards our food fund. This is not the budget to feed my family of 6 for a week. This is just what we're adding to this food fund so that we can continue to purchase food and buy formula and whatever else we need for the kids. For food, groceries, eating out, etc. We added $20 to the food fund. And then our cushion got $2.50. And so... and I consider the cushion a savings too because we rarely use our debit card. But if we spend on the credit card somewhere and we don't have the money necessarily to pay back whatever we bought, we have our cushion. We have money in there that we can use. But it's essentially a savings because there's no exact place for this to go right now, but to stay in the account. So $62.52 was saved. Remember, make your budget work for you. If you're saving for in a specific category, you know you're going to have to spend from it in the future. It's still a savings if you're not using it immediately. Even if you do end up immediately using it, because sometimes that happens. A purpose fund, transportation is a definite need, and we were to save $10, but because of the lower income, we saved $5 there, and we put the same $5 into wellness, vacation, vehicle insurance, and milestone birthdays. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. $25 instead of $50 saved in my purpose funds for this week. And that was it. That was everything. I'm still glad, despite the lower income for the second week, that we were able to put something towards a debt. Because it could have been zero, but it wasn't. So I said nothing to the emergency fund just so I can make sure debt gets something. It has to. So I did not fill in the planned income. I don't know what I was thinking to miss that, but we planned for $1,000 for income and expenses, and the actual, how did I write that in? I wrote it in red last week. The actual was $860, and I'm pretty sure our expenses equaled $860. So let me add up 86 plus 50 plus 100 plus $536.50 plus $62.50 plus 25. Boom. So we do have a zero-based budget. Our expenses equal the income of $860. So that's it. And then for percentages, 10% of this income was given. I have to press kind of hard with this micron pen, so I hope you can see what I'm writing. Savings between $62.50 for our long-term savings, and then $25 for short-term. That was $87.50 divided into 860 multiplied by 100 gives us 10%, 10.1% or 10.2 if you're being really technical. Investing was 50 divided into 860 multiplied by 100 gives us 5.8%. So the goal for me is to at least invest 5% each paycheck and save 5% each paycheck and then give 10% each paycheck. So we saved more than our minimum, which is nice. And then we also invested a little above 5%, which is good. So that's nice for me. What I need to do next, I think, go back to my monthly budget really quick, because there were 2 additional payments. Life insurance got paid. Life insurance number 1. And we always round up when we budget, but the actual cost is $32.50. And then something else came out. Metro PCS. I paid that, and that was $93. So looking at this so far, we're under budget for most, well, 2 of these, 3 of them, 3 bills that 3 of the 4 bills we paid, we were under budget. Only the electricity bill was over budget. So we should have, even with the lesser income, we should have a little bit extra money to put towards debt repayment this month. And if you haven't been here before, if you did not see my March budget reset, if you want to pause this video and go watch it, that would be great. If not, I did a plan with me style video, March plan with me, and I set some goals. Top 3 goal is to pay at least $1,048 towards my credit card debt. So we did make a payment on the 1st, and then we made another payment on the 8th for $36. So, and we still, this is a golden month for us, which means we have 5 paychecks since we're paid every single Friday. So we have 3 more paychecks to attack this, and hopefully we can pay more than the $10.48, because that would just be amazing. So now that the second paycheck is closed, we can move on. I don't think I set up my expense tracker. I did. Okay, I did set up my expense tracker. So because the last transaction I have posted here is 3 cents of interest that we earned on the 29th of February, it looks like. Yep. And so I'm just going to update this quickly so I can make sure I'm following along in my workbook also. If you haven't been here before, tracking expenses is my thing. I'm a big money nerd. I'm a big geek. I love seeing interest. I love knowing where the money has gone. So I have to fill this in each week. And I'll probably speed you through it as I update my operating account expense tracker. So after 3 cents of interest on the 29th, we start with the 1st of March, and that was income, and that was $860, which is the second paycheck for the month. Then also $81.20 was paid to my Quicksilver card on the 5th of March. And $81.20 was the electricity bill. On the 5th of March, $82.67 came out, and that was for the car insurance. So that posted for $82.67 on the 5th, and then we had a deposit, but this deposit cancels itself out, so I'm not even going to fill that in. That was just extra money we pulled from our Pay Myself account that we needed to allocate. The next set of transactions all happened on the 7th of March, which was the day before the actual payday, because with Capital One, your deposits hit early, and my paycheck was there early. So I'm just going to fill in the transactions that we completed on that payday. So this is what we're going to do. I know that we have extra money. I know exactly how much the third paycheck is, but being that I'm a creature of habit, I'm still going to budget for the least amount that I pre-planned when I set up my March budget, which was $1,000. So just because anything could happen between now and the next week. But I moved through that kind of fast. Did I? I don't know. In my mind, I did. I don't think I did, but I'd like to expense track first. I like to make sure I know exactly where we are in our operating account before I move forward, making sure after the income comes in, what did we do with the income? What bills did we pay? Where did we save or give? What did we spend? Right? And then I feel comfortable with that. And then I also update the monthly budget as I go along to see if this is easier when I'm ready to close out the monthly budget. So going over to paycheck number 3, which is going to come on what date? The 15th. So this is pay number 3 for March 15th. Pay number 3 for 3/15. So the income that we're planning to use is $1,000. Again, I know it might be a little bit more because we did get a tax refund. And so hopefully if everything transfers the way it's supposed to, we'll be able to use a little bit extra when we close out. I'm going to write John 3:16. I know I probably could have thought a little bit more about this, but God loves us. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. So that's a promise. That's a gift that I'm just so incredibly and wonderfully grateful for. I'm going to make some adjustments to my pre-plan. So if I'm pausing a little bit, forgive me. I'll try to cut those little pauses out so they're not awkward. I have a giving bucket, and in my giving bucket, the first thing we always make sure we plan to give is the tithe, and the tithe is 10% of the income we use. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plan for $100, and then I'm also going to give to Safe Horizon. So if you did not see my annual budget for 2024, I'll link that up above also, but I plan to do additional charity or additional giving every single month going forward. So my choice is to invest, well, my choice is to give to Safe Horizon, and we're going to plan for $25, I think. Yeah, $25 is what we're going to plan. So that means our giving is at $125. Now for investing. Investing is supposed to be $25 to Fidelity, and I might be able to send some money to Robinhood, but because I'm doing this giving, I think I'm going to put Robinhood here, and I'll see what happens again at the end of the week, confirming the transfers hit when they're supposed to. Robinhood is not going to get anything right now, but I'm thinking we should be able to invest in it when I come to close out this third paycheck budget. Cash expenses will still be $100 as planned, and I'm pretty much doing the same thing here. This is really the boring part of budgeting for most people. You kind of do the same thing every week. Challenges, I am still doing the 100 envelope challenge for this year, and I'm going to plan $35 to go towards that. And then my 4 children, I need to keep saving money for them. And so that's basically a minimum of $5 each week going towards their cash savings. Not their high yield savings accounts, but the cash savings. And then let's look at bills and expenses for week number 3. I have a fourth of the rent because we have to pay our rent for April, and we're saving up each week. That's $375. Other adulting things, life insurance number 2. Let's pay that, and that's $36 budgeted. And then internet, which is provided by Spectrum, so no phone, no cell phone, no home phone, no cable, just internet. It's $85 per month. And that's it for that, except for debt. So I am putting money towards our Quicksilver debt. I'm trying to get that debt confessions video fully recorded and edited and posted before we get to the end of March. Hopefully I can do that. $100 is what I plan to put towards debt. And I think that's it for bills and expenses. So that's $375 plus 36 plus 85 plus 100, which is $596. Okay. And then savings. Important to save. Emergency fund. The plan is $25 for this week, and I'm going to save in our household account because we need to put money in there each week. Formula, you guys, is the formula that we're using to kind of supplement the breast milk is $50 a can. $50. And that's, right now I'm hoping it's just once a month, but it might be twice a month soon because baby girl's already gone. She's 5 weeks now. She's gone from 2 ounces to 4 ounces within a week span. So, oh my God. I don't know if I can keep up. So, you know, we're going to keep trying. Household will get 20. Miscellaneous will get 20. And we have our food fund, which we're adding to. And the plan, I believe the plan is $20 because I have $39 on my pre-plan. So that means our cushion will get $19. And I hope I did my math right. So for savings, we have 25 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 19, which is $104. I think I did that right. Yeah, okay. So purpose funds for me and the family, all the things that we need to have on a consistent basis. We need transportation money, whether that's for the car we plan to buy or that's taking a, you know, a livery, something, a car, a Uber or whatever, we need that. Wellness, because we all need to stay well. The plan is $10. Vacation, because we need one for sure, and we're saving up towards it slowly but surely. Vehicle insurance, because when we have the new car, we need to make sure we have the extra money to start paying, because insurance, if you've been following me, has been less than $100 for the last couple of years because we have a non-owner's auto policy. But when we buy the new car and we add the car to the current insurance, we're going to need to pay more money, obviously. So we're saving up towards that, and hopefully we can pay that in full every 6 months. Christmas, because Christmas will be coming at the same time and we want to be ready ahead of time. So let's put some money there. And that's it for purpose funds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's $50 for that. And then there's nothing other. There's no other. I think I did everything. So now I just have to add it all up to make sure I did this right. This should be $1,000. So giving is at $125, right? Investing $25, cash $100, bills $596, savings $104, and purpose funds $50. Boom, there it is. Boom shakalaka. $1,000 planned income, $1,000 planned expenses, and then we'll see where we end the week. That is it. I think I did everything. I even talked about my goals a little bit, right? And I want to go back and remember some of the things I said I would do, especially on my calendar. So looking quickly at my budget calendar, the car insurance did come out for $82.67. PSEG was $81.20. Spectrum is going to be paid. Oh, we have another appointment here. At 11. Okay, there is an appointment on that date, so I have to remember that. On this payday, those two bills, this life insurance one was paid already for $32.50. Spectrum was not paid yet, but Metro PCS, I paid that early. I'm wondering why I chose to pay it here. That's weird. Okay, anyway, we paid it, so it's done. $93 was paid. And then for paycheck number 3, we're going to pay Spectrum and life insurance. Okay. Not sure what my reasoning was behind paying these bills early or behind. I don't know. But hey, let's do it. Pay at least $10.48 towards debt is a big goal. We're still working on that. Keep miscellaneous expenses at 0. Stay tuned for my tracking expenses video where I'll update you guys on what we've been spending, because I believe we have no miscellaneous expenses so far. So let's see if we can keep it up and continue to save for transportation, food, and clothing. We're doing that. I think we're doing that every week. I'm trying to keep the same amount of money at least going towards this. I think I sent $20 to the 100 envelope challenge in the second week. I think I did send $20 there. So that's good. And that's it for this video. I did close out the second paycheck and set up the third one. So we are ready to go. I hope you have a blessed new week. I hope that your March is prosperous and that you're hitting on your goals. I want to shout out my friend Janelle over at JB's 2 Cents. One of her goals for the month of March is to have no miscellaneous spending. I know she's trying to do more no spends, so I pray that that's happening and working out for you. And I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to mind your money, manage it well, live your lives abundantly. Bye for now.